Special thanks to Anchor for distributing my podcast through Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Overcast, and Castbox. With my podcast, we're going to be bringing you discussions and personal commentary on music, entertainment, celebrities, politics, love, health, and happiness. So do you want the tea? Well, simply talk with TURKBISH. Just talk with me.
I spend time and I spend energy and I spend effort and I spend everything I have, every fiber of my being to give people quality.
And what you want. What's going on? Welcome back to an all new episode of Talk with Turk. You guys, I am back. We are closing up the year. I want to thank you guys for a successful season 1 of Talk with Turk. We have come a long way and we are only growing. I have so many listeners for my podcast on my platforms as it is. We just moved to YouTube and that's growing already. I'm already at 539 watch hours and you only need 4,000 to monetize. So you guys go run up that YouTube channel of mine. Like, comment, subscribe. Talk with Turk. BISH on YouTube. I'm also on iHeartRadio. I'm on Castbox, Overcast, Spotify, Apple Music. Like I said, we just got to iHeartRadio and I'm loving their platform. They get my episodes up within a few hours after they're posted. Spotify and Apple are usually the first ones to get my new episodes, but you know, they all are going to get uploaded in due time, of course. I also want to just mention that I got approved to now do video podcasts on my platforms. So I'll be uploading some on season 2 starting in next year, you guys. Next year I will be working on a lot of different projects. I'm trying to see where I want my career to go as far as, you know, what I've got my degrees in. And then also as far as my passion, I'm still going to follow my dreams, follow my goals, things of that nature. Hopefully we can get some type of deal within the next few years. I know that I am in the process of writing a book. I keep telling you guys about that. This book is basically an autobiography, but it's going to be it's in the words of me, and I will be giving like kind of like a memoir as far as like some stories for different chapters to help relate to the black gay man, black LGBTQ plus, because we live a totally different lifestyle than anybody else. And I have been through some things. I've experienced some things, some heartbreaks, some letdowns, some disappointments, some regrets, all of that. And I really have to talk about it. There will be people discussed in my book, and I probably won't disguise their names in the book. I have to see what all rights I have as far as doing that. But best believe, if you have come across my life at some point or another, you will be discussed in the book, especially if you have made an impact, whether it was in a negative way or a positive way, especially in a negative way, because I've been waiting to tell my side of my story about a lot of different things, about how I was treated to a lot of different people, what a lot of people did to me, you know, some of the lived experience that I have went through to get to where I am now. But all in all, I am grateful. I am humbled. You know, there comes a point in our life where, you know, sometimes we don't think we're going to make it. You don't know if you have the strength, the power, the willpower to even stand on your feet sometimes. And I've had those moments this year. So, you know, I am about to step into year 30. Can you believe I have been here on this earth for 3 decades? It's just, you know, it's unbelievable for me. But I have said this to some friends already, and now to the world. If I'm not friends with you by the time I hit 30 on my birthday, that's the way it's going to stay after May 18th. So you bitches get your shit in order, get your friendships right, your relationships right, learn how to treat people, learn how to talk to people, and learn how to conduct yourself in environments to not make other people uncomfortable or not be around you. Because like I said, if I'm not talking to you or cool with you by you're 30, that's just the way it's going to stay. No more trying to mend fences with people, which I have tried to do a little bit this year, as far as, even the people who have let me down and hurt me through some of the toughest times of my life. I still try to mend fences, because sometimes you don't want that energy to just surround you the whole time. You want to be able to let it go off your plate and move forward. And I've already tried to do that. Some people did not want to take the invitation, but that's on them, and that's on how they conduct their life. And that's between them and God at this point. I've tried to do what I had to do to mend fences with people that I thought played a significant role in my life. But all in all, to say, life is going great. I am thankful for some of the support I have on YouTube. I want to shout out Candy Washington. I want to shout out August with the Shade, Rello with the T, Ryan Out Loud, Stevie So Fetch. You guys have really, truly supported me in beginning my podcast, my YouTube, getting all of this started, my brand, giving me ideas, and giving me motivation and inspiration, to say the least. And I am grateful for that. Like, I am out here as a black man. I'm trying to have a 9-to-5, and I'm trying to follow my dreams at the same time. So there's no sleep. And, I believe that I will grow bigger and bigger and better as time progresses. So my stats for YouTube so far, like I said, 539 watch time minutes, which is not views. That's just basically how many times people have listened to your YouTube or watched your YouTube videos. So all I need is 4,000, you guys. I'm at 539, and this is just within 1 month. 1 month. So you guys, can you just believe where I'll be this time next year? And I'll be speaking to you guys about it again. Like, that's crazy. I also have to shout out to all of my listeners for my podcast out in Germany, Spain, Russia, I think the US, and there's one more. I don't want to forget you guys. I'm trying to go through my phone now as I speak to find my my chart digest where they tell me my stats and the countries that's been listening and all of that good stuff, but I can't find it. But I do know those are the main countries that have been listening. And shout out to Julian Albino as well, and people out in Africa, because they have been watching my YouTube as well. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for everybody. I am thankful. And we are only going to move forward from here. So I am going to be back, you guys. I'm going to do a tea time with you guys to give you some hot topics on my next segment, and we'll just close out the show. I don't have much for you guys. I'll do a little breakdown after, my tea that I deliver to you guys, and then that'll just be it. But I'll be right back. Enjoy. And what you want. want the tea? Well, simply talk with TURKBISH. Just talk with me. I am here. I am back, you guys. I hope you guys are listening to my music between the segments. I hope you are enjoying it. Remember, if you have a Spotify subscription with them or membership, whatever you like to call it, you guys will be able to listen to the songs that I add to each episode in its entirety. But if you do not have Spotify, you'll only be able to hear 30 seconds of the songs I add, but I will add some underground music between segments as well that you'll be able to listen to for free. So just know that. Now, if you want the deets on all of my new music that I play, all of that, you guys will be able to listen to them fully and see them and download them as you're listening to them. So it's a great experience. I want to thank Anchor this year for being so wonderful for me, giving me an advertisement that I use on my podcast each episode. You guys will hear it. If you haven't heard about Anchor, you know that's the advertisement, obviously. That's how I get paid, by adding it to my episodes. So you guys make sure to listen to that. It's just 30 seconds. I know. Everybody doesn't always want to listen to it. I get it. But please, just support. Listen to it. It takes 30 seconds. Other than that, I am still grateful for all of my listeners in all of the countries that have listened, all of the plays that I have gotten. We are coming up at, I want to say, 1K for all of Spotify is concerned. So that's good. So who knows as far as all of the platforms, because I'm on 10 platforms now, YouTube, so now that's 11. So, who knows how many more I have out there actually. But I'm not going to keep you guys too long. I'm just going to talk about a few things that I have been watching and getting into. Obviously, I am a fan of reality TV, so that's first and foremost for me. So if you guys don't like reality TV, then the fuck, oh well. You might want to just skip to the music portion of the topics, hot topics. I don't know what to tell you, but I'm going to start out by talking about Love Marriage Huntsville. Second part just came out. I reviewed the first part of the reunion. I haven't done a review for the second one on YouTube, but you guys can check that out on YouTube. It's heating up. It's getting real messy, as far as Melody and Martell's situation is concerned, the infidelity, the baby, and now bringing up the baby mama drama. Now the next part of the reunion, on part 3, they're going to be bringing the mothers into it, and Melody and Martell's mothers are going to go back and forth about custody of the children, and it's just going to get more messy and more messy. But it's done in a great way. Very great taste on, reality TV, because we're used to the bickering, the fighting, and back and forth and all of that. But they do this in a great way at Love Marriage Huntsville, and I think you guys should check that out. Speaking of other great reality TV that has just came out, Selling Tampa. You guys should definitely check that out. That is the all-black cast of female realtors. They are working as a group of realtors under this brokerage, and I think it's very great. It's already shady. The first episode was full of shade. I watched the first episode. They have an all-white cast on Netflix. This is on Netflix, you guys. They have an all-white cast, so you guys can be able to check that out if you want to watch that first before starting Selling Tampa. But of course, if you're black, you don't want to watch the white bitches first, and that's just facts. I mean, hey, sorry. But Selling Tampa, Netflix. You also can check out Real World Homecoming Los Angeles. That's the old Real World cast, including Tammy, one of the queens of reality TV, Tammy Roman, and then the other few people that attended back then in the 90s when it was going on. It's great to see all of the cast get back together and rehash, old times, old issues, and try to work through them and come back together, because at the end of the day, they are reality TV family. And I want to say royalty at this point. I mean, they started the reality TV world, if you want to be technically honest. And then Flavor Flav and New York came and just, they zoomed with it. But You guys should check that out. It's pretty good. It's heating up on that is on Paramount, so you guys can check that out too. What else is going on right now? You know, a lot of new music has come out. I just recently posted some of the new music that I liked. The new Aaliyah and The Weeknd just came out. I don't know how I feel about posthumous Aaliyah. You know, obviously they're using old vocals to put to new beats and stuff like that, and you can just tell that my sis not really there. You know, they didn't really do any background vocals for her, just lead vocals really. With her and The Weeknd, it's called Poison. It's on Apple Music, Spotify, all of those platforms. Another song that I like is Countless Times with Mars, Marzz. You guys check her out, she's great. Another male artist that I really recently got into, and I love him so far, is Elhae. And my favorite song by him is In My Corner. Elhae is spelled Elhae, and he's on Apple Music, Spotify. Another one, Eli Derby. His song is called Gaslight. Get into it, you guys. Get into it. Free Mind by Tim's. I really love Water and Gari EP by T.Y. Savage. With her and Brandy, they have Somebody's Son. That's the song called, and it's on all platforms. Brent Faiyaz with Mercedes, you guys. Check that out. Sabrina Carpenter, Honeymoon Phase. And there's this new Future song out, you guys, called You Are My High by DJ Snake and Future. It's kind of like poppy, but it still hangs on to the hood sound that he gives. And then Whenever You're Ready by Mahalia, you guys. Mahalia, she's doing her thing still giving us hits. And I was talking about reality TV, you guys. Brandy Eve Notori with Queens is really good, and I think you guys should check it out. I liked it myself. I can't speak for everybody. I know a lot of people have said they don't like to see Brandy rap, but Brandy does rap and sing in it. I don't see nothing wrong with her rapping. I like it. So shout out to them. Recently Mariah was speaking about Beyonce and the Versus possibility, and she gave a little excerpt and said basically she'll be disrespecting herself if, you know, she decides to discuss that or actually do that, because, you know, Mariah's still an artist. She's still mother. It doesn't matter if Beyonce is queen and Beyonce's mother. Yes, we know Beyonce is overall entertainer, but Mariah Carey's mother. I mean, really, honestly. And I don't think Beyonce even would sign up for something like that, because Mariah's her idol and they both respect each other. I don't think Mariah's answer was shady. It was just given very much, you know, this is not the topic of conversation. This is my season, Christmas. Let's talk about Christmas. We don't need to be talking about a versus culture at this point. It's going down. Brandy and Monica had the most latest one, and we all know that by now. So you guys, I don't think you guys should be taking it too hard as much as you guys are on Twitter, because Twitter is going off about that. Now, in more music news, Tory Lanez recently tweeted City Boys up 5,000 now. I don't know if y'all have been keeping up with the whole Tory Lanez stuff. Recently, in court documents, is being released that he told Megan to dance bitch before a shot was, you know, made. And apparently, Megan's friend, homegirl, sister, whatever you want to call her, whatever she calls her at this point, who knows, she basically might have something to do with it. So we'll have to see how this unfolds in January, and I'm excited to see what that's going to give, because you know, we are tired of following this story, and we're just tired of hearing about it. We want the truth at this point so we can move the fuck on. Now, Kim Kardashian has actually went forward, you know, to basically really not reconcile the divorce. So Kanye still wants her back. You know, he recently put on a show with Drake and he wanted her back. He was pleading for Kim Kardashian to come back. And Kanye at this point, leave that woman alone. You know how the Kardashians do. they bring these black men into their homes, into their love lives, destroy them, and then throw away with them when they're done with them. Move on, continue to do what you have to do, take care of your kids. Of course, she's going to have a hand in your pocket every step of the way because you have her kids, and that's just what you have to deal with now, you know. All 10 victims of Astro World tragedy suffered from collapsed lungs as a result of suffocation, according to an autopsy. The autopsy just came out, you guys, and it basically said everybody died from asphyxiation, which is, you know, suffocation. So, you know, Travis Scott, I need you to still take some sort of responsibility for this whole massacre. You know, you are still being held liable for this because I believe that this was your event. People came under your name, which is under your umbrella at this point, and you still have to take some sort of accountability. You might not feel like it's your fault, but at the end of the day, you know, these people's family died and they're never going to get them back just because they came out to support you and listen to you. So it's just not fair. But I want you guys to stop bullying Saweetie out here. That she is being bullied for her dance moves and all of that on stage. And at this point, y'all were the ones who were telling her, you need to get more stage presences, you need to go to boot camp, you need to do more dancing, you know, because girls like Megan and Cardi got y'all all hyped up thinking it's all about dancing and TikTok and not about the rapping. Y'all are forgetting that. It's about the rapping and it's about the hits at this point. Y'all have let these girls cloud your judgment, and now y'all are bullying Sweetie into thinking she has to be this big dancer and rapper at the same time, you know. And I just think it's very funny you guys pick fights with certain people, but y'all are still not picking fights with Cardi B, who allegedly drugs and rapes men, and that's still being brought up to this day, and y'all still bypass it. I don't understand. But hey, we'll see in the near future if people will be held accountable, taking responsibility, being held accountable, just like I said for Travis Scott. And this just goes for everybody, you know. Eric Banks gave a Christmas song, you guys. We are not feeling it. Yeah, I don't know, Erica Banks. I don't know, you know, it just sounds like, you know, some Christmas bells with a few raps over top of it. Sis, don't seem like it really had a lot to give us at this point, you know. It is what it is. I want to talk about Rick Ross. He has a song out with Dream Doll, and he recently was on an podcast interview speaking about Meek Mill subbing him and saying he don't feel like Meek Mill subs him because he doesn't put a name on it. And Rick Ross said it's real easy to make it clear when it's pressure. So hey, oh wow, I didn't know it was, you know, some issues going on with that. It's very funny to see. But I mean, I really think that's about it that I have for you guys today. You know, there's not much going on right now. Not much new music that has just came out. Oh, shout out to SZA. I Hate You breaks records in the first week. I Hate You broke records for Apple Music this week with the highest streams during release week for any female R&B track ever. And she's doing good. It's number 7 on Billboard Hot 100. And SZA's reign just won't let up. You know, it is what it is. She's amazing. She's amazing. And you guys should check her new single out. It's a real vibe. Oh yeah, and a lot of different things are coming back, like Grown Up Hip Hop coming back. All of the Housewives are coming back. Married to Medicine is coming back. So you guys have to be on the lookout for that. I'm pretty sure everything is heating up for the next year, 2022. A lot of tours coming next year, so we have to be abreast with that. You know, people are touring and doing music again. We just got word that Beyonce is working on some new music. Who knows? But you guys, I have enjoyed you guys. This is very short. I'll come back with some new tea tomorrow, day after tomorrow, just depends on how I feel. I might work on my YouTube tomorrow for a little bit. But in the meantime, thank you guys for listening. I hope you enjoy. And remember, do you want the tea? Well, simply, just like the juice, simply. Do you want the tea? Well, simply, just talk with TURKBISH. Just talk with me. Alright guys, I am back. This is the third time I have tried to record the end segment of this part, so I hope that it works this time. And I'm glad to have you guys back. Thank you for listening for an all new episode of Talk with Turk. I am grateful, beyond thankful, continuously for the support I have received this year from my podcast. I have gained and garnered a lot of listens, and views and shares and all of that stuff for a short period of time. You know, I started this podcast a little bit after my birthday, so probably around June, July-ish, and now we're at December, coming at the end of season 1. Season 2 will start next year. We have this episode and one more episode for this year to complete season 1, and season 2 we're going to kick it off with a bang. I'll be on StreamYard streaming, and I hope you guys check in on my YouTube page. It'll stream to my Facebook pages and my YouTube and Twitch and Twitter. So I'll be starting that in January, where I'll be doing daily reviews of things that have came out, new celebrity gossip, reality TV, entertainment news, talk, all of that stuff. So I'll be able to stay abreast of more and stream a little bit more fluidly and freely across all platforms. With that being said, make sure you listen to Talk with Turk on any platform: Spotify, Apple Music, Overcast, Castbox, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, YouTube. It's so many, y'all. It's like 10. I can't remember all of them off my head. But if you go to anchor.fm/TurkBish, you can leave a message and you can check out all the platforms that I'm a part of. You can follow me at all my platforms. Subscribe, like, comment, share. Do that because it is beneficial for me. But I'm grateful, like I said, and this is for anybody who needs a little pick-me-up at the end of the season. You know, 2022 is coming around the way. I'm going to be working on some things. I'm going to be putting some things in motion and trying to just find out where I want to go, because I'll be turning 30. And this is what I want to say about turning 30. Whoever I am still friends with come 30, you know, then you'll be in my life for a lifetime. If I'm not friends with you when my birthday comes around, when I turn 30, that's just the way it's going to stay. I'm not coming to kiss nobody's ass. I'm not trying to make amends with nobody. I've tried to do this all of my life, and I've tried to please people all of my life, and it's not happening no more. So come May 18th, when I turn 30 and you guys are acting a fool and we're not friends, then that's just the way it's going to stay. If we're not talking, keep it that way, because I don't need negative energy. I don't need people who don't believe in me. I don't need people who talk about me behind my back, make fun of me when I'm not around, or don't take up for me when I'm not around. I don't need that type of energy in my life, because I don't care. I don't care what people think. I don't care how they feel, because at the end of the day, I have a belief system, and that's between me, my God, and what I believe in as far as my passion and my motivation and my drive. And if I have a connection between that and my God, He's going to make it all right, and He's going to get me to where I need to be. And that's the same for everybody else out here. Make sure that you are living for you, taking care of you, and most importantly, you know, putting yourself first. Because a lot of people out here say they have your best interest at heart, but they really don't. They really don't. I'm talking about my brand, and you talking about your brands. A different lot of... Yeah, y'all already know. I fucked up that lyric by Nicki, but hey, it is what it is. It's late. It's 1:49 a.m. I'm recording this episode late to get it up, and I'm working. I have tried to make peace with a lot of people, and a lot of people didn't want to take it. And that's okay. That's between them and their conscience and their life and how they want to live. That's okay. I just know what I did. I did my part, and that's okay. Like I said, it's okay. That's all I can say. It's okay. It's okay for me, because that's all I know. But I'm working towards finishing this book. If you came across my life at any given point in my lifetime, like I said earlier, you will be talked about. You will be discussed. Whether your name is your name in there or it is masked or changed, it will be discussed, and it will bring light to a lot of situations, who I am, the trauma I've endured, and the trauma that a lot of people endure as LGBTQ plus growing up in age. And this is just some of the lived experiences I want to talk about, So I'm going to be candid, open, honest as usual, and it is what it is. And I'm going to continue to work on my music on the side as well as my podcast, because at the end of the day, I love music. Whether it's me listening to artists or writing a song, writing a freestyle, or writing whatever, I love music and I love recording sometimes. So, once again, I'm thankful for everybody. Let's continue to run up the numbers for Talk with Turk. TURKBISH is the brand, and we are coming. I have some good things coming next year. Clothing line as well, so make sure you guys are front row and center for that. That is going to be coming too. I did a poll on Twitter to ask if people would support. They said yes, and I'm going to try to make something inclusive for everybody, so everybody can be able to purchase something. So I'm going to be working hard on that as well. I just hope you guys continue to support me, and I will be able to support you too. And just go to anchor.fm/TURKBISH if you want to leave a message, promote your brand. I am here to do that. I am also in the process of doing some soul searching, because, I find at times where the old me would have handled things a lot differently than the new me. And sometimes you miss the old you, because it's like, damn, if this was me back then, this would not be happening right now, So I heard they looking for the old me. A couple of you niggas still owe me. Yeah, you really do still owe me. Y'all really do still owe me. A few people still owe me. They lived off me for years, so they owe me. But it is what it is. No shade. No shade. No shade, but shade. Shade but shade. It is what it is. You will be discussed in the book too. You will be discussed in the book. You will. There's no way around it. But I am about to get off of here of ranting and raving. I'm tired. I'm sleepy, and I've been working hard. So I love you guys, and remember, do you want the tea? Well, simply talk with TURKBISH. Just talk with me.